it's me, and I'm kind of nervous for today's video. Also, I'm on a table. I've never filmed on a table before. I don't know how this is gonna go, but I'm nervous for today's video because I'll be reacting to Nobody's Listening, which is the new album by ZAYN. And I know I said this a couple of months ago that I wanted to catch up with ZAYN's music as well as Liam's. I haven't had the time to do that, but to spare myself even more time in the future, I'm gonna check out like their new releases as they come out from that month on. It was the month that he released Better is when I decided to do that. And now here we are with an album. Like, so the only ZAYN song I've heard besides like the big hits is Better. That's it. So I'm a bit nervous for this because I don't know how it's gonna go, but I did promise myself I was gonna catch up on all the One Direction members' music, and I will have ZAYN and Liam left. So maybe by listening to this album, my butt will finally be kicked into gear and check out his other two albums, because I really want to do that. And then also, like I said before, I'm on a table. It's the first time I'm on a table. It isn't steady. It's just like a fold-out table. I also have a fold-out chair. I just have this set up because I have online exams, and I don't have a desk in my room. Yeah, we've created this setup, and I thought I'd make use of it for filming. Let's just stop with this intro because I'm just trying to procrastinate for myself. I know that. And let's just start listening to this album. And I'm excited for it. I honestly am, because I really loved Better. That it was a great song. And I'm nervous that I'm not gonna like it. Which is ridiculous. But here we are. So let's begin with the first song. Oh god, I just realized I can't speak English. The first song is, this is a word. Okay, so here's the thing. English isn't my first language, so there's certain words that I just don't register in my brain, and the first one is one of them. I think it's calamity. I've definitely heard this word before. I know what it is, but it doesn't come out of my mouth. Calamity. I don't know. But you'll see it on screen. Oh god, I'm a mess. Okay, that was, oh shit, I heard it in the song. I was like, oh my god, that's how you pronounce it, and now I've completely forgotten it again. I hate this. I'm not gonna say it. I'm sorry. That was the first song of the album. I don't know why. I don't know how to pronounce this word. I've heard it so many times. Even when I heard it in the song, I was like, oh, that's it, and I've completely forgotten again. I really love this song, and this song, like, immediately I showed why I'm nervous for it, because it's so far out of my comfort zone. That's the reason why I've never really caught up with ZAYN's music, because it isn't the music I typically listen to. Even though, like, I can definitely see myself liking his songs, like I did with this one, it's so far out of my comfort zone that I'm always like, it's holding me back. And this showed why that's absolutely ridiculous, because this song is so good. I love it so much. There's so much emotion in it, and I think like ZAYN definitely made like the right decision to do it like more like a rap style. To me, it kind of felt like spoken poetry rather than like necessarily like what you think of when you think of like rap songs. But I guess like like some poetry is kind of rapping a little bit. Like there is a bit of an overlap in that as well. I really liked it. I loved his voice. I really liked the chorus and how it kind of, that was more like him singing, and like the contrast between the two. I really liked the lyrics in this as well. And ZAYN's voice is just immaculate, but I don't need to tell you that. So yeah, this song has kind of left me a little bit silent, because it definitely does leave an impact on it. You can tell it's very personal and emotional, but I really like it. And now I don't feel like I need to be as nervous anymore. So let's move on to Better, which I have heard before. Okay, so that was Better. Like I said before, I knew I loved this song. I haven't listened to it since edition came out, because in those last couple of months of 2020 I kind of just like focused on like very like dancey music, because that just was the mood I'm in. I was depressed enough on my own, and so this just hasn't really come up since then, because it is more like slower tempo, but I still adore it. And it was nice to like re-listen to it and kind of like relive it, because like I said, I haven't heard it since I initially listened to it. I love it so much. It's so sweet. Like, I don't know if that makes sense, but just like everything about it just like feels like sweet. Not necessarily like swoony, because that's not the type of song, but it's just a song you can listen to and like end it with just like your heart filled with love a little bit. It's so nice. Everything about it just like works so well together. Like the melody like complements the lyrics and like the message so well, and everything just works, you know, and I appreciate that. Let's move on to the next song, Outside. Okay, so that was Outside, which I again really liked. Very surprised. I really liked the melody of it. I don't know how to describe things. I'm not a music critic, just a fangirl. But I really liked how like it flowed, I guess. I really also like the lyrics, and like I like the message of the song, where it's like we might not be right for each other, even if we love each other so much. I really like that a lot. I think it works really well. And it is a little bit heartbreaking, but there was also like that hopefulness in it, because in the chorus he's like, you know, we could like, I mean, it's not literally I say it, but it's kind of goes like, we could break up, or we could like try this again and maybe it will work. And I really like that. So yeah, then the next song is Vibes, which he also released as a single in January, but I haven't listened to it yet because I always wait till like the end of the month. You know that if you've been on my channel for a while. So yeah, now it's in the album. I don't want to be reacting to it at the end of the month, but oh well, I'll be reacting to it now. Okay, so that was Vibes, and so far it's my least favorite of the album. Not necessarily because it's bad, because I do like it and I can vibe along to it, but I don't know, it sounds more like a generic song I could come on the radio at any time, which, you know, it's a single, so I guess that's what it's meant for, but I think like the other songs just had a little bit more personality than this one had, but I still really like it. It's still a lot of fun. I will definitely play it more often, so yeah, no bad word about it, but also not my favorite. So yeah, next up we have Where Love Is Around, which is a Future with Sid. Okay, so we're halfway through the album now, and I again really like this song. Are you tired of me repeating the same thing over and over again? I really like this. I think this is another one I could definitely go on the radio, but it still has a lot of personality to it, and I just had a lot of fun listening to it. I kind of had a little dancey thing going on. Not that I can dance, but I had a lot of fun just like listening to it, and could move around a bit. It's the first song that I really had like the feeling with that I could like dance to a little bit. Not that that's anything bad, of course. There's amazing songs that you can dance to, really. But I feel like the other songs kind of had like this mellow feeling, while this one was like more like fun. I like that. Again, I also really love the other songs, so I'm not complaining here. So yeah, I really like this. Also really like how their voices work together and how the lines sort of added up. I think it worked really well. It was really thought out as a feature. I feel like often features are kind of just like thrown in and not really thought about, but this one was really thought out and worked really well together. So love that. And yeah, let's move on to the next song, which is Connection, but then with an X in the middle. Okay, so if you've seen more of these reactions, you know they'll always look up the lyrics on Genius, and this one had like in a little information bar it said that it's ZAYN favorite song, and I get it because this was so good. I loved it so much. I really like the vocals on the song, especially like in the chorus. I feel like saying that like some things there, and it worked really well. I loved it. Also, just really like the lyrics. It's a very sweet song about love. I think it's great. I like the lyrics, and I love everything. Even when I hear the post chorus where it's kind of, I'm gonna say it's a trumpety sound, but it's not a trumpety sound. But I don't know how else to explain it. I love that so much. So yeah, I think this might be one of my favorite songs of the album so far, because this was amazing, and I just had a smile on my face the entire time I was listening to it because I just really loved it so much. So yeah. Oh, why was I nervous at the beginning of this video? I'm really loving this so far. Let's move on to the 7th song, which is Sweat. I usually pick a top 3 at the ending. I don't know, I'm gonna do that with this album because, again, I love this. When it first like started, I wasn't sure about it. I felt like it sounded a little bit bland, I guess. But then like the drums came in like before the first chorus, and I was like in love. And kind of just like continued on that way, where it just like kept impressing me as the song went on. And I'm in love now. I really like this song. Really love the melody on it. And again, ZAYN vocals are amazing. The lyrics are a little bit more simple compared to other songs, but like still, it works. It's a song about sex. It doesn't have to be deep. And yeah, it's a lot of fun to listen to. So, big fan. Let's move on to track number 8. Again, difficult for me to pronounce, but I think it should be Unforgettable. Okay, so I can analyze this song for hours. It's so full of confidence. I really like that. But I'm gonna talk about some lyrics I really liked. This is the biggest chunk, but like still, I like, me is all I need to be inspired. My vibe and my life are all my design. Your sentiments are relevant because I get down and up again because I had the time of my life. Brilliant. Love that. Also, I really love this again, it's all big stroke. Basically the verses are brilliant. I love it. I like the choruses, so like the verses is where it's at when it comes to lyrics. Yeah, I'm worth my weight in gold. Forget what you've been told. I'm unforgettable. They all said I wouldn't do shit. Now they're all about my new shit. Thinking we were cool when I was never even all on your mind. Happens all the time. You probably thought I couldn't turn water to wine. It happens all the time. Bitch, really sad. Y'all underestimated me. And fuck you for that. Brilliant. Love it. Love the confidence. Love it so much. Especially as a contrast with like the first song, which was more about like his insecurities. Like this song just was like, fuck you, I'm the best. And I love it. Love it so much. Also really just like the melody on it. I think everything just like worked really well. And vocals, again, brilliant. And I don't know what else to say. Just go listen to this album if you haven't yet for some reason. Just go do it. I was also hesitant to do it because I wasn't, like, this was my first experience really with ZAYN's music. But I'm loving it. I'll definitely, as soon as I'll have time, listen to his other 2 albums. Next song is Windowsill, which is another feature, but this time with Devlin. This is the first song I'm kind of disappointed with, but that's just purely because it's not my taste at all. I don't think it's a bad song at all. I'll definitely, when it comes on, I won't skip it. Maybe I will, but like depending on my mood. Because it is quite a fun melody, but it does just a lot of things that I just don't really like that much. So, and I feel like it does it in like an inventive way that maybe might make me more interested in it. it's not. It's just not something I really typically like. So I won't fault ZAYN for making a song I won't typically like and then I didn't like it. Like, that's just my own taste, you know? There's definitely nothing wrong with it if you do like the song. Just not my thing. So let's move on to the second to last song, which is Tightrope. Okay, so Tightrope was another amazing song. I really liked it. It was very sweet again, lyrics wise, melody wise. I really like the vibe of it, and I don't know, I had a little bit of a bop to it, but it isn't like a danceable song really. It's very sweet, and like the melody complements the message really well. I appreciate that. And I also really liked in the bridge and the outro he sung in, I'm gonna mispronounce this, Urdu. I don't know how to pronounce shit. I already told you this, I'm so sorry. But in a different language, let me say it that way. It's kind of an homage to his heritage, which I also really like. And his voice doing that part, oh, amazing. Oh, so well done. So I know a lot of fans will appreciate that part as well. So that's great. I really liked it. It worked really well. I often have when there's like language switches in songs that it kind of feels abrupt, but this didn't. So appreciate that. And yeah, let's move on to the final song, which is River Road. Okay, River Road is very different from any other song in the album. I really like it though. I like the imagery in the lyrics, and just like the lyrics in general, I really like it. But I also really love the melody, but kind of felt like it was in like a dreamlike state a little bit. It's also very melancholy. That's how you pronounce the word. It felt very I have to do this slow, otherwise it doesn't work. It sounded very melancholy. It feels ridiculous to say it that way, but otherwise it doesn't come out. And like I said it before, it's a little bit of a dreamlike state as well. And it just, I don't know, it just pulls you in for like almost 4 minutes. And just doesn't let you go until like the very end. And you're just like in this world, I guess, of the song. It's so interesting to just kind of... That doesn't happen with a lot of songs, where I kind of feel like I'm just like pulled in. And I'm like in this other world a little bit. But this one definitely had that. And I really like that. So, yeah. Those were all the songs on the album. Now I have to pick my favorites. It's gonna be difficult because one of them I can't pronounce. Oh, which one is my favorite? Oh, this is difficult. I think my favorite is Unforgettable because I love the confidence and it's on the lyrics. Also great. And then I think next up has to be Connection because I really like that song. And last but not least, we have Calamity. I don't know. That doesn't work with this word. I can't pronounce it. I hate myself for it. So yeah, one of my favorite songs of the album. I really loved the entire album though. So yes, I shouldn't have been nervous. It's what I'm saying, because every song on this album was like great. Even if Windowsill wasn't really my thing, I do definitely like recognize why other people would love it. But for the rest, amazing. S tier, adore it. And yeah, I'm excited to check out ZAYN's other albums in the future. It will probably take a while because I am currently in exams. I'm filming this the Tuesday after it came out, but you're seeing this at the end of the month, and that's mainly because I already had everything like planned out for January and just had that one gap by accident. So everything was already like scheduled, edited, filmed, having a accompanying blog post, so it would just be much more time consuming to like push all of that to the side to put this up in a timely manner rather than just having this like sit for a couple of weeks. I'm so sorry you're seeing this late, but that's just the way it is. I have exams. I had to think of something to make this happen. So yeah, I still hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know in the comments below what your thoughts on these songs were. So that's your top 3. And I guess I'll see you guys next time. Good.